Hello everybody, welcome back to Infinity GT Manufacturer Series Race 7 then from the Red Bull Ring based in Spielberg in Austria. Commonly used Formula 1 track was used for the first two rounds of the 2020 season affected by the corona. It's 2.6 mile circuit comprised of 10 turns, elevation changes as well as the drivers will careen uphill towards the tightest turn on the circuit, the turn 3, and then back down the hill through sector 2 and 3 right round to the finish line again. Quite a short lap. Half an hour race ahead of you. So the guys qualified for this one. Let's go through the grid. We've got KB E36 in the BMW M6. He qualified pole, so a good lap from KB. The BMWs are split by Nicolaitis in the Toyota, who was able to put his Toyota on P2. LS Deno P3 in the other BMW. He's had a great start to the season so far. Certainly one of the men in form. He'll be looking to continue that run. Has 91 the VW, so the VWs perform really well around here. They're Has 91 especially was mixing it up at the top in P4. MG Jason P5 for the other Toyota, PAV 46 and the very chrome Alfa Romeo. P6 for him. Fat Picklesbro in the Subaru, P7 for Fat Picklesbro. He is joined on his road grid by Thundercat in the red one. Pot in the other Alfa Romeo lines up in P9 alongside him. James Harben in the OP Audi. James has had a good couple of races, so we're looking to get another good one under his belt today. Mutt 36 in the other VW didn't have as great a qualifying as his compadre, but he will be looking to make up for that in the race, no doubt. MRC Bobby in the Hyundai. So the former McLaren team was bought out by Hyundai for one race only event. So Bobby and myself will be driving the Hyundais today. Let's get this one underway. So it's quite a short run up, about 210 metres uphill to turn 1. Everyone seems to get away well. Unless your name's MG Jason, he's tumbling back through the order then, Jason. So a couple of cars have been able to sneak past him. As the two BMWs go through, it looks like Nicolaitis is battling with Deno behind him. Pot's made a couple of spaces up, but the top 3 fighting away for honours, and it's the Toyota of Nicolaitis down the inside. Will he be able to snatch P1? It looks like KB's just been given a shunt wide. A couple of other cars have gone wide, of course. One of them was Has91, who's now tumbled down the order a little bit. Pot's had a great start, up to P4 for Pot. Challenging for P3. Another one who's had a great start is myself in the Hyundai. I'm challenging now for P5. I'm trying to make a move on Fat Picklesbro, but the Hyundai just hasn't got the legs on it. Pot and KB fighting for that coveted P3. Nicolaitis, after the two BMWs came together at turn 3, is trying to get away from things. So a chaotic first lap here in Austria. The cars form some sort of order as we close down the first lap. We'll go through the order in just a second to see if anyone is looking feisty. Mutt 36 hasn't had the start he'd want. He's down in P12. James Harben's had an awful start as well. He's down in P13. That Audi can be a little bit of a pig. Could take a couple of laps with the tyres to get warm on that one. As everyone streams up the hill for the second time. So leading the way is Nicolaitis. He just picked up a small penalty though. LS Deno and KB 36 in the two BMWs, again representing quite well for BMW today. In P2 and 3 respectively. Pot P4 for him. He's doing quite well. Fat Pickles by P5. Myself in P6 in the Hyundai. PAV 46 P7. Very close behind him there's Has91 looking for a move. There's also MRC Bobby trying to get into some action. 3 wide down into turn 4. This isn't going to go well. Has91 gets the brunt of that, and that's Bobby up to P8, so a good move from Bobby there. Thundercat got past Has91 as well, so he's up to 9th. Has91 10th for him. MG Jason after that poor start in 11th. Mutt 36 in 12th, and then James Harben in 13th. Let's go and check on the leaders. So unchanged at the top. A little bit of harrying for position going on here. I'm just looking to keep in the coattails of Fat Pickles Bro. While I'm here, I am saving a little bit of fuel, so this is working quite nicely for me. The Hyundai is an unknown entity, so I don't really know how it handles. Did no practice in the lead up to this one, just picked a car, put a livery on it, and away we went. The other Hyundai of Bobby's picked himself up a small penalty. He ran wide there coming out of T1 as him and Thundercat go side by side up the hill. I'm close to Fat Pickles and able to make a move down the inside, just get the traction down on the Hyundai and get that one made, but Fat Pickles has got some good speed and is right on my backside. Does he go for a move down? No, he backs out of it. Decides against it for the time being. MRC Bobby trying to get rid of a little bit of that penalty. He's lost out to Thundercat and just ran wide on the exit of T4 as well for good measure. What else is going on? So MG Jason moving around a little bit. Nicolaitis though is able just to storm away in the lead here. 1:29.7 for him, fastest lap so far. KB's P2. I'm just trying to stay in touch with Potter at this stage. The slipstream round here is quite important. You're at full throttle for at least 60% of this lap, so being in the slipstream is very productive. What else is going on? Anything? Bobby's still carrying a little bit of that penalty. Bobby's coming under quite a bit of pressure now from the two VWs. They're actually looking quite tasty, looking like they wanted to make a move. Bobby's you can ride the sausage, Bobby, and Bobby's riding the sausage very well. Well, the two VMWs, I'm just making my own car band up here. The two VWs are very good in the twisty stuff, so they're able to get the traction down really nicely. As you can see, that Has91 just drives up to the back of the Hyundai. But Bobby's able to keep that position for the time being. So there's still a pretty close train formed here. There's not too much going on in terms of overtaking. Although I did just see Deno get past KB. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I was wrong. I was mistaken. My eyes deceived me. The pace is being dictated a little bit here, though. There's, as you noticed, I've been able to drive right up to the back of Potham at Pot. And I'll be brutally honest, at this stage I'm quite happy here. He's not exactly slowing me down. I can save quite a bit of fuel while I'm here. So my strategy for this point, I don't know if anyone else is doing the same sort of thing, was just to save fuel during this opening stint of the race. We've typically come undone in pit stops before, and I didn't want that to happen again, so let's see how that works later on in the race. Path 46 though is looking like he's going to make a move up into T1. He's got the inside lines, quite narrow his path, so does he run wide? No, he gets a beautiful hold on that car and he's through to P6. Fat Pickles Bro comes under attack from the other Subaru. Thundercat's gone off some slipstream coming up to T3. So his path under attack. Thundercat goes for the move up the inside. A little bit of side-by-side contact, but that's okay. Plenty of space given between both of them. Thundercat officially up into P6 at this stage. Further behind, we have Bobby and Has91 battling away yet again. Just has go for the move down the inside. He's going to go for it. Oh, a little bit of side-by-side contact there from Has. That was Bobby was serving a penalty at the same point, and it ghosts your car when it does that. So Bobby's definitely come out the worst there, and MG Jason slides himself up past, trying to get past Mutt as well. Some good racing going on here at the back. MG Jason still keeps his car there, didn't end up backing out of it after all, but space given between all of them. Mutt is getting swarmed at the minute. He's having to drive defensively as Mutt, and Bobby tries to go for a move around the outside, and Bobby ends up in Azerbaijan. Oh, and just about avoids a collision with James Harben as he comes back onto the circuit. So Uncle Fester just about keeps it, but down into P12 now. Let's check in a little bit further up. So Thundercat's still leading away to Pav 46. Unless Dano's had a little bit of a fall from Grace. Potter's passed him now, I didn't see that happen. Apologies Potter for missing that one. But Potter now splits the BMWs. He's got that Alpha up to P3. I'm now following Dano. Again, similar strategy to before. Quite happy here, to be brutally honest. Unless Dano made a mistake, I wasn't planning on making a move on him. Someone who is making a move though, Pav 46 down the inside of Thundercat. Thundercat sees him, gives him the space on the apex. Again, respectful driving from these two, it's great to see. Nice side-by-side action. But Thundercat's going to have the inside line going into turn 5 and keeps the position for the time being. Bobby now down to the back of the grid. James Harbin's managed to get past Bobby somewhere, so James Harbin now up to P12. So we've got one Hyundai down to the back of the pack. But the race is long yet, and we'll see if Bobby can do anything about that. So we've got the first pit stops happening very early. MG Jason, yeah, MG Jason's coming in. He's gone through half his fuel already. So MG Jason going for the mother of all undercuts. Good work, to be fair, because the thing that MG Jason would have seen is everyone's in a train, everyone's slowing each other down. We're all doing mid-29s. Every single one of us is doing a mid-29. As LS Dano serves a penalty. And Potter gets up to P2, so Potter's on the ascension. Yeah, we're all basically holding each other up. Which for some of us is fine. MG Jason's strike now is in some nice clear air. If he can have a few beastly laps, he could jump everyone in the pits. And then it's just a case about tyre management at the end of the race. But we'll see what happens to Jason. We'll see if that pulls off. Is that a Haas level strat call? Let's see. Pav 46, and after getting past the Subarus, is now on a charge to the back of the Hyundai. So Pav 46 is the two Alphas are looking very racy tonight. The two BMWs still in third and fourth, so still good points for them, but they'll be looking for more overall. No one else quite triggers a pit stop just yet. Meanwhile, Nicolaitis is in a class of his own at the minute. He's running confidently a second quicker than everyone else. He's not got anyone else to worry about. He can just lap at his own pace. We're all having to drive defensively at points and worry about other cars. It does slow you down. Nicolaitis able to just put in a dominant performance at the top so far. So Nicolaitis is the Lewis Hamilton of the Spielberg GP. So he leads away. So far no one's done a Hamilton on Albon yet. Pav is right up my chuff now. This is the point of the race that I did start worrying about the car behind. So we go side by side with the BMW, not able to make a move. But just get a little bit bumpy on the entry to T4, so Pav can run it side by side with me. I'm going to fight this. Just able to hold the Alfa Romeo off in the corners. Not a sentence you're going to hear me say very often. The Alfa's a beast in this section. But for the time being, I'm managing to keep my head when all around me is falling to pieces. Got no one else pitting yet by the looks of things. What else is going on? The two Subarus running around quite nicely. We've got the two VWs running around there. And MG Jason now after, yeah, he put in a 20, that was an out lap. So let's see what sort of lap times Jason starts sticking in. Now he's not got anyone else to worry about. So a quick flick through. On board Pav 46, he's looking like he might make a dive down the inside here, does he? No, he keeps it back. He certainly had the body language that he was looking for it. We're still very close at the top, certainly from P2 to sort of P6, there's not much between us all. So this is anyone's game really, and this could really be decided in the pits. Pav's trying to fill my movers up. I know he's not close enough for moves there, so I'm not bothered defending it. It would have been a frivolous waste of energy had I done that. Bobby's trying to get back past James Harben. 29.0 for Jason that lap, so he is able to lap pretty quick now. His compadre Nicolaides is able to do the same thing and has from the start of the race. Pot leading the field away, and he's now dictating the pace. Sorry about the little pop up in the corner here. Listen, no, not much I can do about that. It's just someone accepting a friend request. Has 91 pulls the trigger on the pit stops for the VW team. Not much else to report. Nothing else really going on for the time being. So approaching turn 3 then for the 10th time of asking. Pav 46 just behind me goes for the move. Defend that as late as I dare. Just managed to hit the apex. There is an incident coming up here though. We'll review this one in a little bit more detail because it does have some ramifications for the remainder of the race. Let's have a look back at that from Pav's perspective. I go a little bit further back. So Pav's got full slipstream on me. The Alfa Romeo not the quickest in a straight line, but he's going to be able to brake later on. Now that's why I go defensive just for the braking start, so that's all good in love and war. Pav's kind of forced to take the outside line and just gets it messed up on the curbs. So let's go on board with me. Just to get my perspective on this, so you can see Pav there in all his glory. So I jump to defend. LS Dano thinks I'm making a move, so he gives me the room. Thank you very much. And then you see Pav there just gets a little bit of a tail slapper on. There's no grip out there. Fat Pickles bros then caught. This is Fat Pickles' viewpoint. You see me and Pav up there scrapping. Look. And this is Pickles just coming through. Pav trying to recover from his accident. Fat Pickles just doesn't have any time to react to that. So that's going to give both cars damage, unfortunately, and quite bad timing for both of them too near the pit stop phases. But good for James Harben, he's up to P8 now, Mutt's up to P7. I'm still in the tail up at LS Deno. Didn't really cost me any time, that incident. Was me involved, but wasn't me involved, if that makes sense. Although I'm a second down on my fastest lap, so I'm touching the 130s now. So it's probably time I think about a pit stop. I think a lot of cars are going to come in towards the end of this lap, if they're going to make one at all. P12 don't. LS Deno does. I followed Deno in. We've got Thundercat, he's not coming out. So James Harben's not coming out. James Harben is coming in, sorry. So does Bobby. So I've not done a great job on fuel saving. I don't come in with that much, so I'm going to come out quite behind in the pits. I come in with not as much fuel as a lot of other people do. Where does MG Jason come out in all this? Because don't forget he pitted 10 minutes in, so he's been out on track lapping for like 5 minutes. He's been putting in some really solid lap times. He comes out in P9. Not all cars have made pit stops yet either, so it could work out quite nicely for MG Jason, though. It's just hope he can hold on to the tyres towards the end of the race. Quite a spread out field now. I've come out in P10. So I've lost quite a few places in the pits, but again, there's cars that have gone past that haven't yet pitted. I want to say Pickles is one of them. Master of the no stop. But importantly, the guy who I was racing directly with, Deno, is 2 places ahead of me and quite a significant proportion of the track ahead of me as well, so it hasn't really worked out for me, that pit stop. Same can be said for Bobby, though. He's down in P13 now. Leaders into the pits. Nicolaides comes in, although he'll come out comfortably ahead of everyone else. Pretty much everyone else does come into the pits now. think Pav's going to be the first of the pit stoppers from the second batch. No, he pits as well. He's not been in yet. LS Deno then. Let's see where he comes out in all this. A few cars are going to make it out in front of him, no doubt. One of them is definitely going to be Nikolaitis. So Nikolaitis resumes in the lead of the race. KB comes out in P2, and is that Potter? That is Potter. And Deno's just going to get past him, so the undercuts worked very nicely for the two BMWs there. Potter's lost 2 places in the pit stops, but he's going to have 1 lap fresher tyres towards the end of the race, so this race might come back to him yet. All he's got to do is look after his tyres, massage them nicely. That undercuts work for MG Jason. He's gone up. Yeah, he's P5, I'm P6. So I'm going to the end now. And you never know, stuff could happen ahead of me, but there's quite a big gap between all the cars ahead. Unless your name is Potter and Deno, these two could have a little bit of a fight brewing. I'd be interested to see how that works out with about 22 minutes remaining. Sorry, 12 minutes, not 22. Can't count. Yeah, we've only about 12 minutes remaining, so not a lot of time. Pav 46, though. What's happened to Pav? There was a car turned around there. Who was that? Oh, is that Bobby? What? Did Bobby just get a swap on? Yeah, Bobby Alboned himself. That's what happened. So Bobby's not had a great race this time round. Let's go and let Pav through. Pav's obviously lost all that time because of that incident. Let's check in. So Has 91's at risk from Thundercat and James Harbin. Has 91's just put his fastest lap of the race in now. 29.4 for Has 91 so far. Let's keep an eye on the track map to see if there's any action. This is the closest action we've got on track, as we've just seen. Have we just seen a swapper? No, we haven't. It's my eyes playing tricks on me. Oh, Has 91 guessing all sorts of... Oh, we held on to that. 4-wheel drive BMW. I keep calling it a BMW VW. Hanging on in there, despite how raggedy it looks. It's got a good chassis underneath it, that car. It does cling on well. And that no doubt saved him there in the Herbie Mobile. He's struggling with traction at the minute, just probably still working those tyres up to temperature. That was an issue James Harbin was struggling with, is getting temperature into his tyres. He now seems to sort of be on top of that. He's running in the mid-29s. After his pit stop, he's had a few laps to get those tyres warmed up. Mutt 36, who's had a great season up to now, down in P10 at the minute. So he's really struggled with the Spielberg circuit. That being said, running in the mid to high 29s, so still not bad pace at all from the VW driver. Let's see what else is going on. Not much. Not much at all. Nikolaitis still leads the way. So he's on his 14th lap now. 2/3 of the way through the race. He's been chased down by the BMW of KB. He's in his form now. 28.8 for KB. 28.5 for Deno behind him. So the BMW's running some good pace. Pop matching them as well. So he's in the 28.7. So he's got good pace as well. He's getting a little bit of slipstream assistance, which that outfit does need in these conditions. But Potter's making the most out of that car. It was really wringing the neck of it. MG Jason's gonna have slightly older tyres now, so he's been on these tyres for 10 minutes. So I'm basically chasing Jason down now. That's my objective. I have got Thundercat, who's been reeling me in. So he's been going quicker than me the last couple of laps, and yeah, that Subaru's coming into its own on fresh rubber. The Hyundai just felt a little bit heavy and cumbersome. It's not a hard car to handle at all, to be fair. I haven't really got any complaints about the Hyundai. I quite enjoyed driving it. but arguably the Subaru is a better Group 3 car because it chases me down. It's got a little bit of slipstream now as well, which is always going to help it. I just need that slipstream on Jason. Now he's got some old tyres. I'm probably going to start getting that anytime soon, so that's going to help me out. I see he's in the 29.7s. I did a 28.8 that lap, so I was nearly a second quicker than Jason that time around. So his older tyres are really accounting for a lot of this now. I am riding the sausage as much as you can. You can do that. That's about the limit on track limits. Any further than that sausage and you're out. House 91's obviously been exploring. He's got a little bit of a track cut penalty there. James has a very inventive Audi livery. How's everyone else doing? MRC Bobby, right at the back of the field, not having a good time at all. Obviously not enjoying this. Actually looks like he's just in auto drive. No, he's not. He's back out. So I'm bored with the Yobbo Subaru. It's chasing me down. I'm really on the back of Jason now, catching a little bit of dirt, yeah. Thundercat's wringing the neck of this Subaru's purple sector 2, and he gets a good run on me there. I just take that corner a little bit wrong. He's pretty much side by side. You can just see my bonnet there. And is he going to get this move made around the outside? I'm fighting him. I'm keeping him side by side. I'm making him work for it if he wants this move. And both cars sort of survive. And yeah, remain P6 and P7 for the time being. I'm seeing Jason this minute as my saviour. His slipstream's helping me to defend, although this fight is costing me and Thundercat a lot of time, and we're only bringing James Harbin and House 91 into the party. So going for the switch back on Jason, just trying to get the power down on the Hyundai, but that Toyota's a quick beast. So drag down the back straight. This would be a DRS zone in Formula 1, but we've got no such luck. Do I poke a nose out here and go for a move down into T4? Yes. Jason hangs it around the outside beautifully on those old tyres. I have to back out the move almost to stop Thundercat from getting by. An attack then turns into a defence. I have to go defensive here. This isn't an attack, this is me defending from the Subaru. It's got superior grip. He just drives it back round the inside. Lovely move by Thundercat on me. And inside line for him. Again, I'm going to give it a little bit of a fight, but Thundercat's driving brilliantly at the minute. Is he going to be able to hang it around the outside? No, I just managed to keep the inside line for the time being. But some good racing on display from Thundercat here. He pulled a really good move through that lap then, just almost like a switch back on me. And he's picked up a little bit of a penalty here though, but that half second should be relatively easy just to burn away. Oh yeah, I must take avoiding action there if I'm going into the back of me. That's good sportsmanship from Thundercat. He could have easily tapped my back end and unsettled me, but decided to nerf himself instead. This is my opportunity then to try and get a launch past Jason. So down into turn 4 is probably going to be my best bet. That's when those front tyres are at low. Oh, he just drives himself off the track. And that's the old tyres speaking for you then. I am not able to get away from the Toyota driver. Fortunately for Jason, I was a little bit gutted for him there, as that was a bold strategy call from him, but unfortunately it's not paid off on this occasion. It's up to P5 now. I've got a train forming behind me, and arguably the quickest Subaru driven by Thundercat chasing me down, and an Audi R8 to boot as well. I'm going to be very lucky to keep hold of P5. Let's check in on the others. Podham and Pot are still in P4. There's a fair gap between all the top 4, to be fair. Deno P3 at the minute with KB P2. He's just gone purple. Fastest lap of the race, a 28.1 for him. Nikolai is just sort of managing the pace at the front. Mid 25s, very consistent laps from Nikolaidis at the minute. He's not really being challenged too much. Skipping back down the order, we've got Thundercat P6, James Harvin P7 at the minute. So a good race to say. He started pretty much right at the back for James. He's doing a good job in that car. The two VWs, Has 91 and Mutt 36, P8 and 9 respectively for these guys. To say the VW did work at this circuit, it's, they weren't getting the performance out of this one. MG Jason, after that spins out, being put under some pressure by Fat Pickles. Both loves a lovely move up the inside, just able to get a lot later on the brakes. Jason loses a position to Pav 46 as well. I was going to say that we had it was Mutt 36 that had got a swapper on coming out of turn 3, and MRC Bobby not enjoying his day in Austria today. So one of the fights to watch is the fight between me and Thundercat. I've got a couple of minutes to go between us. I know he's launching an attack. He's running out of time. We've got probably another 2 laps remaining. So we'll keep an eye on this. Potentially the scrap between James Harben and Has 91 if that develops as well. But for the time being, the fight is here. And I can't remember how this ends. Genuinely, I have no idea. Thundercat picks up another little... You see how hard he's pushing. He's just little nicks off track. And that didn't gain him any time at all. But he's got a half-second penalty for doing that. But I've done that myself a few times. You don't really gain any time by doing it. So I don't know why the game punishes you so bad for it. So it's to see if I can hang on. Thundercat is managed to shift all that penalty there without really losing any time. So in fact he gained time on me through that for that braking zone. Much better traction in that Subaru. Can I hold on for the rest of this lap and another lap? That is the question. I genuinely can't remember what happens here. Thundercat's really, the body language of that car is sort of like driving it on edge all the time. Let's see, we are allowed to ride the curbs here, unlike the Mercedes at the first Grand Prix. No dodgy gearbox sensors on these cars. Built of raw iron, sweat, blood and sawdust. Unless you can give these all the abuse you want and you're absolutely fine. So one more lap then for... Is it going to be... Yeah, we're going to have one more lap for Thundercat to get himself up to P5. He's very close. If he doesn't get me on the run up to turn 3, I'll be very surprised. We both get good exits out of here. The chase is on. Obviously I go defensive. If he's gonna go for the move, I'm gonna send him left, and that way he's got more ground to cover. I give him a little bit of a squeeze into the braking zone just to make sure he doesn't, but I go deep. Oh, that was a mistake from me there. It's just on board with me. So I just outbrake myself, plain and simple, just an unforced error from me. Just go too deep into the corner. Thundercat gets the cutback. Lovely move from him. So he's now up to P5. Can I do anything about it? Here's the question now. Austria is not littered with overtaking opportunities. It's not the easiest track to make a move on. Especially how aggressive that Subaru's been. It's been driving really well this last couple of laps. We'll check in on the rest of the field. Nikolaidis then comes through to claim the victory for this one. Sort of cruises his way home in the second stint, so well done to him. KB, a great P2 for him. LS Deno claims yet another BMW podium. They're making a habit of this. Potter McPot, a great P4 for Potter considering his starting position. He's had a great race. Thundercat then does bring it home in P5. Good race, Thundercat. Are you going to give me a handbrake? No, but you're going to weave it. I come home P6, James Harben P7, Has 91, P8 for him. Fat Picklesbro P9 for him. He'll be ruining that. Some drop points in the championship fight. Mutt 36 P10 for him. Pav 46 P11 for the other Alpha driver. He'll be thinking, what if? MRC Bobby did manage to get past Jason in the end. Effectively auto driving the last bit. So is Jason. So they're going to come on P12, P13 respectively. But well done to Nikolaitis for claiming the win in round number 7.